What's up, everybody? About a month ago, I made a video talking about what happens if your growth tip breaks off on your Nepenthes, and also, in addition to that, what happens if you start getting stem rot, and what you have to do in order to make sure your plant survives. And I said in that video that not all hope is lost, and I wanted to show what that looks like. I'll give you an update on that. So stay tuned. I'll see you soon. All right, everybody, so this is going to be a quick video. This is an update to what happens if your plant gets stem rot and what happens if your growth tip breaks off. And we talked about how not all hope was lost and that the plant would recover. So not discard the plant, or don't get discouraged too much. And so I wanted to show you an update of what that looks like. And so it's been probably 3.5 weeks, maybe a month since we made that video. And so I wanted to show you an update. So the first plant that I have in front of me is the Rajah by Rob Cantley. I remember this thing got stem rot, and I had to make the really tough decision to cut the stem all the way back to the base almost. And the reason why I had to do that is it got stem rot. Stem rot will kill the plant, and it will do so very quickly. The way you can tell stem rot is it gets black on the stem, and it usually starts from the growth tip and it works its ways down, and then as it gets to the roots, it will eventually kill the plant. And so this happens very quickly, so you have to act very fast. It's a very tough decision to cut your plant all the way back to the base, but remember I told you that it would be okay and it would survive. The way you want to know is, here's a little bonus tip with stem rot, is when you cut it back, you want to cut back until you see all green. So once the black is gone from the inside stem, that's when you know you've gotten all the rot. And so that's what I did here, and as you can see, we've got a new growth coming out of that cut stem. It did set this plant back quite a bit, which is a bummer, but it did save it. This plant would have absolutely died had I not done that. So all hope is not lost there. If you ever get stem rot, cut it back to where you no longer see the stem rot, the black part, and it will survive. The second one's going to be a little bit harder to see, but I'm going to do the best I can to get you a shot of it. Now, if you'll remember, this is the alata by Caesar, and unfortunately I broke the stem, the growth point on it. I was super bummed out, and I did tell you it would grow back, and I want to show that. It's going to be pretty hard to see, but I think we can get there. You can actually see it a little bit. See that little tiny green node coming out of the main stem there? That is the new growth point. And so what will end up happening is it will grow a new growth point off of there, and it will begin to grow, to continue to grow the plant from there. So that's super exciting. Just like it would if it was to grow a basil, same point here. As long as the stem itself is intact and the roots are intact and it's got an active node that it continues to grow out of, if you ever break the growth tip off, it will grow back. So don't freak out. I know it is a huge bummer, but it will in fact grow back. So that's all I've got. Like I said, it's been since this one broke off, it's been about 2.5 weeks, and since the Rajah by Rob Cantley broke off, it has been more like a month. Depending on the plant is how fast it'll bump back. The Rajah by Rob Cantley is a slower grower, so it's going to take longer to grow back. The alata by Caesar is a quicker grower, so it won't take as long. Also, the amount of damage that the plant takes. So when I cut the Rajah by Rob Cantley, I had to go all the way back to the base, so it lost all of that energy and all those leaves, so that's going to take longer. Here, just the main growth point broke off to the stem, and so the plant doesn't have to put out as much energy in order to get to grow back. That's all I've got. Also, I'm excited to share, and I'll show it as it comes out, but one of my plants is putting out a flower, and I will be walking you through that process and what that looks like and what that means. So be looking out for that video. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm thankful for you. I will see you soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.